You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
First this morning, the busiest day of the holiday travel period is in full swing. What you need to know if you're heading to the airport or out on the roads.
Atlanta police patrolling from the sky and the ground to keep you safe this holiday season. The simple steps you can take to help.
And we're looking at a very warm afternoon. The temperatures will be approaching the 70-degree mark. How long will that last? I'll let you know in the full forecast straight ahead.
We are staying on top of breaking news this morning. A man shot at a recording studio owned by Atlanta rapper and entrepreneur T.I.
And we have learned it is not the only shooting at this studio in recent months. Ariana Maniz has more.
Investigators are just wrapping up their work here at the scene where one person was shot. APD tells us that this happened at the parking lot of Supersound Studios. One man was shot in the leg, and APD tells us he is in stable condition. Police also say at this time they believe that this possibly stemmed from someone attempting to break into cars. When we first arrived here at the scene, investigators, they were combing through the parking lot for evidence. We also see a vehicle's window busted out. Now, this isn't the first time a shooting has happened at this particular studio. Someone was shot here this past summer. At this time, it's unclear how many people were involved. We're still working to get that information. Back to you.
Actually, just a little later this morning, crash traffic on our roadways will get busy around 11 a.m. this morning and stay solid until about 8 o'clock tonight. The last thing you want to do is get stuck in traffic with an empty tank of gasoline. Gas prices are averaging $3.09 a gallon here in Metro Atlanta. Here's what you'll encounter in other parts of the state if you were traveling. I-75 southbound, regular unleaded gasoline in Macon is averaging $3.09 a gallon. If your travels take you down to Valdosta, that's where you'll find it at $3.05. Same if you're traveling east through Augusta, regular unleaded there, averaging $3.05 a gallon. If you're headed south on I-85, gasoline in Columbus, $3.03 a gallon right now. That's 6 cents a gallon cheaper than what you'll find here in Metro Atlanta. What about other parts of the South? All around us, gasoline is more expensive than what you'll find here in Georgia. The average price of gasoline in South Carolina and Alabama, 10 cents a gallon more than here in Georgia. Florida's average, get this, 34 cents a gallon more than what we are paying here.
The gas tax suspension still doing its thing, Jerry. Thank you. Well, you are taking a live look right now outside Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, where more travelers are taking to the sky this morning. We wanted to kick it off with that beautiful, calm shot outside showing the sunrise, because inside it's mayhem, Molly.
A little bit of a 180 we're bringing you to. Not as bad as this morning, though, but the airport does expect to live up to that nickname of the world's busiest, expecting 2.9 million travelers over this Thanksgiving travel holiday. However, for perspective, that last year, that number was 2.2. So it is expected to be the busiest day. Today, though, they're getting back to those pre-pandemic levels. The advice, get to the airport at least 2.5 hours early and double check your bags to make sure any of those items that aren't allowed aren't in there slowing you down through the security checkpoints. All morning, we've watched these lines ebb and flow. The worst was early, around 5 a.m. when lines were backed up all the way to baggage claim. The airport does have an extra security checkpoint open, though. It's the lower north checkpoint. Airport officials, I talked with them this morning to get some updates. They said it's acting as an overflow in hopes of keeping all of you guys moving through and making your flights on time. Guys.
Molly, thank you. So if you are staying in town, Atlanta police have an extensive plan to help keep you safe. More officers will be on the street. In fact, officers who aren't normally in uniform will be.
You'll see a strong visible presence of the police department on the ground, in the air with our air assets. You'll see a very visible presence.
Chief Shearbaum is asking everybody to do their part. Atlanta police asking that you not leave your car running unattended and don't leave anything inside, especially gifts or guns.
Sticking with your 11 minutes of nonstop news, we continue to follow breaking updates in a deadly tragedy. We're talking about another mass shooting in our country, this in Chesapeake, Virginia. 6 people are confirmed dead after someone started shooting inside a Walmart. Police say the shooter is also dead. Walmart sharing a statement this morning saying they are praying for those impacted and the community. The Today Show will have much more on this coming up right after 11 Alive Morning News. And turning now to some local top headlines, 3 former deputies are now facing felony charges this morning in Camden County.
They are accused of beating a detainee inside his jail cell. The video is disturbing. 24-year-old Ryan Beagle, 23-year-old Mason Garrick, and 21-year-old Braxton Massey all fired after this video surfaced. It shows Jared Hobbs being repeatedly punched and kicked in his cell in September. The GBI director says there could be more arrests.
Today is the last chance to pay your respects to former House Speaker David Ralston while he lies in state. The state capitol rotunda opens in just a few minutes at 7 and will be open until 10:30 this morning. Later this week, 2 visitations will be held and then the funeral services on Sunday.
Registered voters can cast their ballot today in DeKalb County for the Senate runoff election. Polls are open from 7 to 7. Only one location, though, open today. That's the DeKalb Voter Registration and Elections Office on Memorial Drive. Starting Saturday, you'll be able to cast ballots at polls throughout the county.
Happening today, people in the metro area getting a helping hand. Hosea Helps will host its annual Thanksgiving charity drive from 2 to 5 p.m., one of the biggest in the metro. They're going to give away Thanksgiving staples at the organization's headquarters on Forest Hills Drive in Atlanta. Everyone is welcome. And it has become a tradition for rapper 21 Savage. Today, the artist and his family will offer meals to 300 guests at the Wade Walker Park Family YMCA in Stone Mountain. The rapper is expecting a full house since all of the pre-registration slots are now filled. Chesley.
All right, we are looking at by noon, sunny skies. It's going to be nice out there. 62 degrees will be our temperature by then. 3 o'clock, looking at 67 degrees, so much warmer than what we have been experiencing. In fact, I think it will be the warmest of the week, approaching that 70-degree mark. By 6 o'clock, after the sun sets, we'll see a few more clouds working into the area. Temperatures right around 60 degrees. Not bad, but we're going to stay dry as we head into Thursday. In fact, Thanksgiving is going to be another decent day for us. We'll give it a 9 on the barometer with 65 degrees. But here comes that rain on Friday and Saturday. Will be heavy at times. Be advised.
A live look at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. The airport is crowded. The roads will join them, so be prepared for all that activity.
All right, Cheryl has thawed her 2 turkeys.
Wow.
She's getting ready.
I found them for 50 cents a pound.
Oh,
so I'm
yes.
going to make one now. I'm going to freeze some for later. You know you got a lot of kids to feed. You just plan ahead.
Include us in that.
Yes.
Kids to
Okay.
feed.
Yes.
Include us in
We are
that.
the children.
We are the ones. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.